How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious things caught on camera. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. Working the night shift at a factory is usually a pretty quiet job. However, as this clip from TikToker Stan Hopes Away Days shows, every once in a while you might see something rather unusual. Watch. The footage appears to have been recorded on one of many cameras monitored by a night shift security worker at a factory. According to the uploader, the place is empty at night time, so there isn't usually much to see on these feeds. However, what this particular camera has captured is truly bizarre. It appears to be several glowing orbs moving in unison as if they were a part of an invisible person. Typically, when people film orbs of light, they float or fly across the screen. These can usually be explained away as dust particles or even bugs that are catching the light in a strange way. This certainly doesn't appear to be the case here. While some viewers have suggested they could be a group of rodents scurrying across the ground, others seem certain that these balls of light are something paranormal. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. There are certain places around the world that are thought to have abnormally high instances of the supernatural. This video, uploaded to YouTube by Fourth Wall, might just show one of them. This footage was captured in Fukushima, Japan, a city that hit international news in 2011 when it was rocked by an earthquake and subsequent tsunami that damaged the local nuclear power plant. The result was the most severe nuclear accident since the Chernobyl disaster. To this day, the city and the surrounding areas still reel from the tragedy, and in the years since, ghost stories have abounded. According to locals and visitors, the spirits of many who died during the tsunami still linger, as their sudden demise left them unprepared to leave this world. One story tells of a ghostly woman joining her friends for tea, only to leave a damp cushion behind where she had been imagined to have been sitting. Another is a man who asks taxi drivers to take him to an address that no longer exists, only to disappear halfway through the ride. Priests of various religions have been called upon to banish these spirits, some of whom are believed to have the power to possess human beings. This clip, filmed at Bentenyama Park in Fukushima, purports to have captured evidence of at least one of the many spirits said to haunt the area. As the YouTuber heads up a set of wooden stairs late one night, they inadvertently capture something rather chilling. Watch. A mysterious ghostly face appears to be watching them through the trees. The face is pale and looks to have dark, hollow eyes. The YouTuber continues on, and a few seconds later, a white, semi-transparent figure can be seen. Then, as the YouTuber turns to continue up the stairs, we see yet another eerie figure. Watch. There's one more chilling sighting that occurs in this video. Just as the YouTuber reaches the top of the stairs, they begin to pan the camera around. Eerie, disembodied footprints begin to appear in the snow as if an invisible being is walking away into the distance. So does this video show proof of some of the spirits that are thought to still haunt Fukushima? Perhaps they'll continue to remain as ghostly remnants of the disaster that befell the area in 2011. This next clip was uploaded to TikTok by alkakui.tv. At first, it appears to show nothing out of the ordinary, just a security guard standing alone. However, if you pay close attention to the first few seconds of the clip, you can see that the guard actually appears to be talking to someone who isn't there. He's soon interrupted by his cell phone ringing. According to the description, this is his colleague who's watching him on the camera feed. The colleague then asks the guard who he's talking to, revealing that there's actually no one visible on the security monitor. Confused, the guard looks around briefly before running from the area. We then catch a glimpse of him on a different camera as he continues to flee. Some viewers have suggested that the guard, knowing that he was being watched, might have been playing a prank on his colleague, yet others think he was conversing with a real spirit. So what do you think? Take another look at the footage and let me know in the comments down below. Paranormal investigators, the GEPC group, supposedly captured these next clips while investigating a house that was thought to be haunted. They set up numerous cameras around the property in an effort to catch the spirits in the act. The first clip comes from an outdoor security camera. It's dark out, but the porch light provides enough light to see a strange amorphous shape moving towards the front door. Next, we see footage from a camera set up near the kitchen sink. Amazingly, the faucet begins to turn on by some sort of unseen force. It seems that the kitchen might be somewhat of a hotspot for the alleged paranormal activity. This next clip shows several cabinet doors and drawers opening and closing, seemingly all on their own. The investigators managed to capture some other odd occurrences as well. This time, the picture frames on the walls can be seen swinging back and forth. In paranormal circles, this type of activity is often attributed to a type of ghost known as a poltergeist. These supernatural entities are thought to possess the power to interact with objects around them. Some think that this is an attempt by a poltergeist to get the attention of the living, perhaps in an effort to pass on some sort of message. So could the events in these videos be caused by a poltergeist haunting the home? Take another look and judge for yourself.
And there's been a lot of spooky activity there.
When singer Camila Cabello appeared on The Tonight Show, she spoke to Jimmy Fallon about a recent encounter she had with a UFO. During a hiking trip in South America with her parents, she managed to capture a live photo that shows something rather unusual. In the photo, we can see a spherical object fly across the sky at great speed. Seemingly too fast to be a bird, the object is hard to see unless the footage is slowed down. While Cabello claims that she's always been a skeptic when it comes to these kinds of things, it seems that she might have changed her tune after this encounter.
So I am coming from like a more skeptical mind.
Yeah.
Guys, I think that the aliens trusted me
Yes!
to capture
Maybe.
a UFO moment.
This is certainly a strange one. Has the singer inadvertently captured a UFO on camera? Or is there another way to explain this strange object? Let me know in the comments down below. This next piece of footage, uploaded to TikTok by user Satpam Horror, shows something rather terrifying. The clip appears to be an excerpt of security camera footage captured inside a very large warehouse. We see a worker stacking boxes on a shelf when suddenly something rather strange happens. Watch. The pallet full of boxes waiting to be shelved suddenly begins sliding across the floor, narrowly missing him as it moves. However, the odd activity doesn't end there. Seconds later, the boxes that the worker has just been shelving begin to topple to the ground. That's when things turn from eerie to downright terrifying. Watch what happens next. The man falls to the floor and begins to slide across the concrete, one leg extended out from his body as if being dragged by an unseen force. While it's possible that the falling boxes and moving pallet could have been staged as part of an elaborate prank, surely the worker being dragged down the aisle would be too difficult to pull off. So what's going on here then? Is it all just an over-elaborate hoax, or is this warehouse really being haunted by a rather dangerous poltergeist? Let me know where you sit on this strange one in the comments down below. Before we take a look at some eerie footage that seems to have captured the stuff of nightmares, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and eerie videos. Have you ever woken up feeling as though the covers are being pulled off you? If so, this clip from TikToker Jindu might just offer a terrifying explanation. Watch. The home security footage shows a woman fast asleep in her bed when suddenly her bedroom door begins to open wide as if some sort of unseen force is entering the room. A few seconds later, the cover on the woman's bed begins to be pulled away. Startled, she wakes from her slumber and begins to recoil. Although she doesn't seem to realize what's just happened, she definitely seems afraid. We often blame our nightmares when we wake in the middle of the night with a fright, but it seems that this camera might show that things are not always just in our heads. Pleasant dreams. If you love mysterious videos like this one, then check out our other content. There's an episode there. Otherwise, there's a massive paranormal playlist right there that'll keep you entertained. Now remember to follow us on all our other socials as well. There's links in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.